Good morning, everybody. Get up and get better.
Get better. Go get it.
Good morning, everyone. Get up and get better. I am Jay Kozak, and I am here, the founder and creator of a company called Get Better Motivation. What are we, and how did we become what we are today? I started Get Better after a fitness journey in my life. I lost 70 pounds in 4 short months. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of effort, but the physical change was just a guidance for me to change who I was. It really inspired me to be better, to go after my dreams, to go after my goals, and be the best I can be. And what is our message? It is what I live by every single day of my life. Not good enough, get better. And what do I mean by that? I mean that I'm not good enough, and you're not good enough, and no one is good enough, because we can all get better. We can all be better than who we were yesterday, than who we are in this present moment. We can be better. And there are plenty of people out there talking like I do. There are plenty of people trying to use motivation and inspiration to drive other people, and it's amazing, and I love to see it. But what sets us apart, what sets Get Better apart, is that I'm in it with you. I'm not going to sit here and preach at you that I'm great at everything and that I know exactly what I'm doing, because I'm in it with you. I'm not good enough. There is not a single moment in my life where I'm looking at myself and saying I'm good enough. It just doesn't happen. I am constantly striving for more. I am constantly striving to be a better version of myself. And not just for me, but for the ones I love and for my family. And because I have goals and I have dreams. And I'm not going to get anywhere close to them if I just sit here and say I'm great the way I am. Because that's not how it happens. That's not how it works. And I want to be a better person. I want to be a better person for people to look at and say, he understands that he's not good enough. And you can look at me, and I hope that some of the things I say may inspire you, but I really want everyone to, pitch in. I want to bring people on this show. I want to talk to other people about their stories, because every person has a story. Everyone is an underdog. Everyone has struggled. It doesn't matter how much money you got in your pocket. It doesn't matter what zip code you come from. Everyone is an underdog. And some people got better cards handed to them, but it's how you play your cards. And I want to talk to any single person who feels like they can be more than who they are right now. And, I hope to just share stories. I hope to share current news topics, all positive. I want to be the person that you could come to in the morning and you just see positivity radiating off the screen. And if I could share news topics on sports, on music, on movies, I'm a huge film guy, anything that can draw inspiration throughout my day, I want to share it with you. And it's not going to be long. We're not going to be here for a half hour. It's going to be real quick. I just want to share some motivating thoughts in the morning for you to just go about your day and, think about it. And think about how you can be better, because like I said, not good enough. So let me start with the Dodgers. I'm a gigantic baseball fan, and what they did was nothing short of incredible. They were down in the series. They've struggled the last couple years, and I'm a Yankee fan. And I was happy to see that the Dodgers won Game 7 yesterday, because, look, they've been trying for so long to get over that hump, because they haven't won since 1988. They have been trying every year since 2017. They made the World Series. They lost to the Astros. They made the World Series in 2018. Lost to the Red Sox. They didn't make it in 2019, but then they were projected as the best National League team this year, and they had helped this entire postseason run so far from Mookie Betts, Corey Seager, Justin Turner, all their pitching staff, Dustin May. And I think what last night really impressed me is because it's Game 7, it's win or go home, and they were down again. And then Hernandez hits that home run, and then Cody Bellinger comes up to the plate and hits a go-ahead home run, gives one of the greatest bat flips I've seen this year, and he just changed the entire Dodgers season around single-handedly. And look, I've met Cody Bellinger a couple times. I've interviewed him a couple times, and he's a fantastic person, always generous with his time. And to see him hit that home run was just, it was a great feeling because, you know, he hadn't had the best year. He was the MVP last year, and 2020 is obviously a whirlwind of a year for everybody. And he got up to the plate, and he focused on the at-bat at hand, and he just gave an unbelievable swing that just shot that ball out of the park, and he changed the season around. He might not have been the driving force this entire season, but he changed the season in one swing. And I think it's important to look at sports and life as the same. I think too many people look at sports and think, oh, it's just a game, but it's not. Sports are life. They are trying to achieve a goal. They are trying to win the game, and that's what you're doing in life. You're trying to play the game. Because if you aren't playing the game, you're going to lose the game. And you'll never know if you're going to win the game if you never played in it. And to see them come back and win, and now they're moving on to the World Series against Tampa, another underdog story. You know, it's great to see. And I wanted to read this quote by Cody Bellinger. He said, "Just trying to keep going. Just try to stay in the present the best I can. Not get too big-headed or too down on myself." And I think that really sends home an important message that you can never think that you're great in the moment. You have to understand that there's always someone trying to be better than you. There is always someone trying to show that they're better than you. And to not let the moment get to you and think you're too big for the moment and change the game or the world in one swing. Like Babe Ruth said, you know, he said once that you're only as good as your last at bat. And I think that really sums home an important message. You're only as good as your last at bat. And what are you bringing to the table today? And that brings me to my next where I drew inspiration from this week was A Bronx Tale. So I went to Little Italy with one of my best friends, Jeff, and we went to Enzo's. We had dinner, we walked around, and you know, I love Little Italy in the Bronx, Arthur Avenue, because it really makes me remember one of my favorite movies, A Bronx Tale. And the reason I love A Bronx Tale so much, it's not even my favorite movie, but it's one of my favorite movies because it has two polar opposite characters, in Sonny and Lorenzo. And if you haven't seen it, I won't spoil anything, but you gotta watch it because it's a movie that changes your life. You got Sonny, you got Lorenzo. You got Sonny preaching his message, you got Lorenzo preaching his. And I think they're both important. They both may not agree, but they're both sharing something important, and it just shows that you can draw inspiration from anyone. For me, I always focus on Lorenzo's message, though, because my parents are my best friends, and I think it's important that you get every ounce of inspiration from your parents. And Lorenzo, in the movie, says one of the most powerful film quotes that you will ever hear. I'm going to play it right here for you.
You can be anything you want to be. Remember, the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. You could have all the talent in the world, but if you don't do the right thing, then nothing happens. But when you do right, guess what? Good things happen.
Alright, so for me, I love this quote so much because I think it sums up what Get Better is about. The saddest thing in life is wasted talent. And I think that the reason that is because if you have all the talent in the world and you were granted all the opportunity in the world, but you never used it to your advantage or your family's advantage, you're depriving the entire world. Everyone has a talent. Everyone is talented in something. But there's nothing sadder if you don't use it to change the world for good. And I think it's important to always do good, to do everything you do with the intentions to do good. And I believe that because that's the way I was raised. I believe in doing good. And it could be good by your friends, it could be good by your family, it could be good by people you don't know. But do good, but also never settle for not being what you want to be and wasting your talent, because you only have one shot at this thing called life. And look, if Cologio or Chaz Palminteri didn't use his talent to write his story be a fantastic storyteller, be a fantastic actor, create a Bronx Tale, he would have deprived the world of laughs, of joy, of inspiration just from that movie alone. He would have changed the world. I truly believe, and this is my get better thought of the day. This is what I'm thinking today, and it's that everybody can inspire someone. Everybody motivates and inspires at least one person, and to sell yourself short and devalue yourself and believing that you can inspire someone is depriving the world, because everybody inspires someone. And you need to understand that you are worthy, you are valuable, only if you are trying to do good and are trying to be better. Because people need you. The world needs you. And everybody can change the world. And it doesn't have to be drastic. It can be one person at a time. Because I've said this before, I will always say it. The best way and the only way to change the world is one person at a time. Because that's within your control. Never settle. Never devalue yourself. Never feel like you can't be better. But always understand you're not good enough, and I'm not good enough, and no one is good enough. Because we can all get better for the ones we love, for the people that we care about, and for ourselves. Because you deserve to be the best that you can be. If you care, if you put in that effort. And like I said, I don't want this to just be me. I would love to talk to anybody, anyone who would love to chime in. I'll call you in, I'll Zoom you in. I think this could be a fun opportunity to motivate and inspire. Because remember, you can inspire anyone. You can be the change in the world. And I would love to discuss this. I would love to talk about it with anyone who wants to talk about it. And just remember, you're not good enough. Get better.